Hey folks, just a reminder to check out my other channel, How to Rock Spirit, where I talk about everything under the sun, from astrology to mysticism to psychedelic yoga to practical materialism and philosophy too. Hope to see you there. Namaste. Hello again folks, my name's Dustin Cormier and you're watching How to Rock a Campfire. Thanks for checking out my show. So this week's episode, we're going to do a tune called Carry On My Wayward Son. I know it's definitely not an easy one, it's a tough one, and it's obviously kind of like made for electric guitar, but I think I have gotten it through in a way which is satisfactorily acoustifiable. Yeah, I make up words. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys the whole tune, and Kansas is awesome, man. They got this tune, and then they got Dust in the Wind. I got to do a video on that one. I don't like playing Dust in the Wind, though, because it sounds like it's saying Dustin in the wind. Dust, like Dustin is the wind. I don't know. It's retarded. Okay. Right, so carry on. We start the song with the vocal thing. I can't do the high. Sometimes I'll do the highs. Carry on my wayward son. But I usually stick on the low one for this one. I'm trying not to do tunes that are above my register anymore because I'm just going to blow my voice out. Plus, usually when I do this song with other people, they'll be giving her on that thing, right? Carry on! Yeah. So we start off, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. So that's what I'm basically doing here, guys. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'm going to try to show it to you slowed down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of going into the A, right into like an A minor type thing. And then I let my third finger do the bass note play. Because this, to me, is a very bass note, strong song. It's like one of those songs with like the bass notes are keep carrying on this rhythm, that keep the whole thing, it's the main flow of the whole song. It's very do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you know, that kind of like stopping thing, right? So what I do is I do an A minor 7th, and I let my third finger work the bass. An accent. That's what I'm doing pretty much throughout the whole thing. When I say accent, I mean I'm playing harder on specific notes than the other ones. So what I'll do is I'll go A, G, A, C, and then upstroke on the chord of the guitar. So it sounds like almost like the organ, you know? I hit the note and then the chord right after. So A, G, A, C, C chord, A, G, A, D, D chord, and then I go, and then what I do is I go hammer on I hit the D straight and I hammer it on to the 2nd fret. And then I hit the open G after, and then I hit that D string directly, and then I pull it off. And that's what I'm doing is I'm going hammer on to the 2nd, open G, then 2nd, pull off from the open D, and then 3rd fret of the A, which is the C, right? And then you go, what I do is I go A, open D string, D, and then G, which is the 3rd fret of the E, right? So D, G, D, F sharp, and so that's all the notes. Now I'm just going to show it to you in slow motion so you can see what I'm getting at. Don't you cry no more. Ow! Fuck, I keep hitting that 2nd fret, but I'm trying to hit the C instead of the B. So right when I go into the chords for this, oh sorry, yeah. We actually don't go there yet. We got a little bit to go first. So, and then so we go to the E right after this, right? E minor, sorry. So that's what we're doing after the whole thing. And what I'm doing there is open A to the B. That's right. So I'm going open A, then B, then boom, 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 and then open D right after. Open A, second fret of the A, and then open D, and then G, open G, and then open D, and then second fret of the D. So it's a little bit confusing, but because you're doing two, the two open strings, you're doing three open notes in a row. D, G, D, E, D, G, D, E. Boom, boom. So I'll do that slow. Down, down. A, B, D, G, D, E. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Open, second, open, second, right? So what you're doing there is you're going E minor suspended fourth, and then back to the E, right? That's the bam, bam, so what I like to do is just go bam, 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 and then right back into the main A riff. Bam, 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 bam. So I'm going to show you from the last little bit of the main A riff to the E, and then I'm going to go to the main A riff again, and then I'm going to go to the E again, and then you'll notice right at the end of doing the A and the E twice, that's when you go to the, you do like a A minor, G, then F major 7th. One side noise above the noise, right? So I'm going to go for the end of the first main A riff. I'm going to show you the whole thing the whole way through, but I want to do this slow so that you guys can see it going slow. So I got one more. I'm going to do the main A riff one more time, and then I'm going to go to the E one more time, and then after that E is when you go into the A minor, right? So this is the second main A. The E comes into a weird timing because you're doing this at first you're in the A and it's kind of like cut time. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 that's the beat. It's a little bit weird, right? But once you play it through, you know, you just got to burn it into your nerves, I guess, by listening to the song, right? And if you know this song and are trying to play, you've probably heard it 1,000 times like I have, so you've got that in you. So, yeah, we'll go from that thing. So I just went A minor, G, then F major 7th. And then what I like to do for this first part is just kind of palm mute everything, even though it's on the acoustic. I palm mute everything just to kind of build tension towards like the second part of this verse when you're kind of just going more regular, right? Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. And then that's when I'm kind of, though my eyes could see, I'm just kind of giving it regular without the palm mute. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say. So that's one thing I like to do is after the G in like, you know, the end part of the verse, I go, I can hear them say G A B G A, right? Bam, 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 bam. Carry on my wayward soul. There'll be peace when you walk on. There'll be weary hand to rest. Don't you cry no more. First one, whatever. That's good. So yeah, after the whole main A riff, you don't go into the E right away. You just cut right into the verse. Masquerading as a man with a reason. I should raise the event of the season. If I claim to be a wise man, blah blah blah. On the stormy seas of moving emotion, tossed down like a ship on the ocean. I was soaring ever. No, what is it? I set a course for winds of fortune, but I can hear the voices say. So this will be our. I'm gonna call it our third. I'm gonna call that the very first vocal part, one chorus. It's our third chorus. Carry on my way, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. I gotta do that lower one. I can't do the high part. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Ow! And then so this is when we get to the fun part. Okay, so this is the A, you know, the A fast riff, right? So what I'm doing there, it's, you know, it's easier than it sounds, really. And you're going A, then you hit the octave of the A, which is the second fret of the G string, right? Then you pull that off, you pull that off to the G note, then you hit the E note and you pull that off to the D note, and then you go C, A, C, D, bow, down, 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 down. If you'll notice, it's all just pretty much A minor pentatonic, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. The minor pentatonic is usually, you know, first, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, first again. That first again is the A on the high octave. That's all this riff is, man. Most rock and roll riffs are just the minor pentatonic. People just find different ways of doing them, and it sounds just like such a crazy riff, but it's really just A minor pentatonic. So while I'm doing that riff, I kind of like to have the chords going through it. The A is all A. And then I go G. I do a G chord, and when I go to the G, A, I just basically do a G chord, and then like I hit the open A and accent it a little bit so you can kind of hear the other parts of the G chord. And then when I go to the D note, bow, 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 right? That's I'm accenting the open D note. I do a D chord, and then on the C note, I also do a C chord. Probably wouldn't need to do this on an electric because you're trying to keep everything tight, but on an acoustic you want to have some other stuff going on in between the riffs, so it's not just the riff going on. It's accenting. You're not just doing the riff, you're trying to accent in between the implied chords. When you can, anyway. For that A part, you can't really do much else. So you do that, you know, down, 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 down. We do the whole A riff basically twice. And then this part's basically what I call the E fast riff, right? You know, it's like the faster E riff kind of thing. Because we're basically going to an E major chord now, not the E minor. What I try to do is I try to basically just, as long as you hit the low E string, without trying to hit the A string, it'll do for the bow. And I'm trying to get the bass and the melody going in there kind of at the same time, right? So it's low E, and then you hit the high E on your upstroke. Down, 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 and then that goes into the A riff. So, yeah, I'm just going to show you that before I go on. Down, 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 down. So what you do is you go open E, open B string, then 3rd fret of the B string, which is the D note, and then you quickly go from your 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then from there you just climb chromatically up to the A, because it's when you climb back to up to the A, the A note, that A note is right where you're going right back to for the next chords. I'll do it nice and slow for you. E, high E, down, down, and then open B, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd. As soon as you hit that 1st fret of the G string, you're gonna hit the 3rd fret of the B string right after the D note, and then the high G after that, the high 3rd fret of the E. Down, 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 down. And so it's all syncopated, right? You know, if you'll notice, like, I'll try to make my foot so you can kind of see what I'm getting at, you know? Is like, it's all syncopated. 5, 6. The foot's not working. Okay, I'm just gonna count. I'm always tapping my foot anyway. I try to remind people to do that. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of tricky. You guys see what I mean, right? As long as you can see what I'm trying to get at. It's that the beat is going along and you're kind of right on top of it. Anyway, so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then it goes right from there. Technically, in the song, it goes from that E fast riff into the A riff again. Excuse me. And then it goes to the E riff again right after, before finally resting in the A main riff. Like the intro or the first riff or whatever, right? But when I play this song, I like to cut out the 2nd fast riff section, the 2nd solo section, because they keep it going for longer. And then I just go right to the A main riff, because I like to keep it going, sort of thing, you know. Unless a bunch of people are there and they want to jam and rip it out, then you just do it twice, you know, whatever you're feeling. If I'm doing it by myself, then I'll usually just cut it out. But anyway, so after we do that, then we go back to the A main riff again. And we do it kind of twice, and then we come into the, you know, carry on, you will always remember. Carry on, nothing equals the splendor. And now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Oh yes, that's the A. After the whole thing, lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Goes to the A minor thing and it ends there. Just like it did on the first time you kind of do that E minor thing. Right? So, that's pretty much the whole tune, folks. Now I can actually play it. Sweet! Right on. I like this one. So this is Carry On, My Wayward Son by Kansas. Oh, and, yeah, so I hope you enjoy this, Ina. This is a YouTube request by YouTube user Ina. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope everybody else enjoys as well. Thanks for the request, Ina. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Ow. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. Hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on, my wayward son. Lay your peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. For you, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Another day head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Right on, that'll do. Busy fingers. Yeah, so that turned out pretty good. That was Carry On, My Wayward Son by Kansas. Song request by Ina. So I hope I did good for you, Ina, and I hope, you know, you guys can take this and play it on electric guitar too, right? I just kind of acoustified it. And these are the kind of tunes that I like to do with all these little riffy kind of things, you know? Not much for too much, you know, metally riffy kind of stuff, but this is a perfect acoustifiable tune, right? And you guys can do this with any song. We can do this with any tune. All you gotta do is know all the notes and put a bit of attitude into it when you play the acoustic guitar, and it comes off like with the same energy. That's what it's about, man. As long as you can keep up the energy and play the right notes. You gotta play the right notes too. But if it's all the right notes, with all the same energy, it's an acoustified and electric song, right? Anyway, I hope you guys dug that. I'll see you on the next.